Stick it right into the thick part of the meat. And the meat still needs a ways. Okay. So I might do something a little unorthodox here in the interest of time. Yeah, it sounds good, but we're not.
What temperature are you hoping for inside the meat?
Right now I'm hoping for about 140 degrees, and then I'm going to finish it off with that.
What were you at?
We're definitely cooking a little slower. I should have started this earlier. I apologize. So I'm going to put some more coals around the outside of that edge.
Is
just
that
to try to beef up
Like 70 or 80.
the cooking a little bit.
What temperature are you at right now?
80.
how do you tell what temperature you're cooking at?
You don't. Right now I can tell you that I'm probably about 250 inside of there. I can go like this and tell you exactly where. So if you look at these Camp Chef Dutch ovens, they have a little triangle right there. And if you line it up
on this side.
Where at?
and if you line it up right here, so what I can do is take this, I can turn this lid right there. Now I can stick that in there and tell you exactly how hot I'm cooking. It takes a little longer to read air versus reading liquid. Liquid it reads fast, but air it takes a little while. Thermal works.
Is that the only place you buy it at? Is Thermal?
That's the only place I will. Yeah, their reputation precedes them as being the very best in the world.
They're in Pleasant Grove?
Yeah, they're in Pleasant Grove. So they're just right off the freeway. They're between that Pleasant Grove, Linden exit 275, and exit 276, the American Fork 5th East. They're in that little business complex that's right off. Everybody sees Domo when they drive past. That's where they're at. So I was cooking about 250 degrees, which is a little lower than I'd like to cook in this. And a lot of it is because those coals that are on top of the cobbler are starting to die out a little bit. So normally, like I said, it's hard to tell with the environment because if it was a warm day like last week, it wouldn't have been an issue. So, I'm sorry, we're going to have a real quick, fast get it done here in a little bit.
So is there a science to meat cooking where it gets a certain temperature and it just sits there for a while and then I have a Traeger smoker and it gets to a certain temperature and it takes forever.
Yeah, there's a,
What is it?
they call that the crutch. There's a ceiling on meat, especially smoked meats, where it usually gets about 150, 160 and it'll sit there for hours. And then all of a sudden it'll just pick up again. And the reason why is collagen in meat, especially the heavier cuts of meat, is kind of like pasta. Until it gets to a certain temperature, it won't allow it to really cook and to go quick until that's broke down. So imagine it like cooking a noodle of pasta. So you have to cook it in the boiling water for so long before it'll finally soften up and allow it to go. It's the same process with those type of meats. So those meats are high in collagen, and they actually don't break down until 190 degrees. So 190 degrees, they turn nice and juicy and gooey, but before then they're a little hard.
What cuts of meats is that?
Just like pork butts, briskets, ribs, things like that.
Okay.
Forever. Like
Yeah, you do.
14 hours.
Well, sometimes I cook my briskets for about 8 hours. Yes.
Do you smoke your meat? Are you a smoker? Like,
Oh yeah. I've got many championships in barbecue. So.
Are you a smoker?
That's barbecue is kind of my. In fact, I got a barbecue competition March 17th. It's a $3,500 contest. I'm kind of excited about it. So
Cool.
See how it goes.
Do you
Yes.
have if the meat's not going to be done by the time class is over, can you just talk through how you're going to finish the meat?
Yeah, all I'm going to do with the meat is I'm going to take it out, slice it up. I'm going to throw a little butter in the pan and some Worcestershire sauce and those mushrooms, and I'm going to toss the meat back in with that. That's it.
And how long do you leave it for?
How long do I leave it for? What do you mean? Like,
To cook.
oh, a few minutes is all.
Do you
Got the oil out?
In fact, I'm going to start up some more charcoals and make sure I got it hot enough to finish real quick. So,
do you spoon the butter over the meat?
yeah, well, you stir it up in the meat.
In the meat.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be real butter will absorb into the meat really nicely. So,
He slices it? Yeah. He slices it.
I don't even know what time my next class starts. What time is the advanced one? Do you guys know?
11 minutes.
2 o'clock, which is 10 minutes from now.
Okay. Well, we can definitely try the cobbler. I'm sure the cobbler will be ready right before we go. So.
You just leave the oil in the pan when you stir it. I mean, in the oven.
Do what?